Civilization exists by geological consent, subject to change without notice. Will Durant. Today we'll be traveling to South America where we'll explore the wonderful Norte Chico civilization, which also happens to be one of the oldest civilizations in America. You know what I'm about to say. I'm Bear and welcome to the Scarlet Cheese Guild as we talk about the basics of the Norte Chico civilization. The Norte Chico civilization is a major pre-Columbian society. You see, it dates back to 3500 BCE and was located on the edge or coast of Peru. There's a lot of debate whether this was an actual society because many of the findings are new, but let's talk about the things that we do know. This civilization was formed during the Bronze Age. To give you some context, while the pyramids in Egypt were being built, the civilization was also alive and working. Another fact of this is that the population was not only one group of people, but a group about 30 or so people living in conjunction with each other. We see that the Norte Chico civilization was based around three major rivers, that being the Fortaleza, the Pulvica, and the Sup. Excuse my pronunciation. And each of these rivers had a large population cluster. Their broad diet would consist of squash, pake, guava, beans, and more. Their government was kind of like a lenient theocratic, where there was a power system and a reward system. We also see that they mainly migrated to Peru's coast because it was full of cotton. And this cotton would not only allow them to make textiles and be able to barter, but it actually strengthened their nets for fishing. However, there was something a little strange about this civilization, but before we talk about that, let's go see what Jack has for us in his Mischief Corner.
You know, Bree, I was beginning to think we would never get along. I mean, you always talk about mundane topics, but finally you're talking about something interesting. Food. Yes, food. Yes. Personally, I'm not a fan of turkey. I mean, it's fine if you're in a 1950s sitcom, but I like to keep my taste buds entertained. And go for the escargot at every buffet. But I guess a little turkey once in a while is fine. Speaking of turkey. Speaking of turkeys, did you know that in 300 BC, Mayans viewed these animals as gods? You can see turkeys everywhere in Maya archaeology and folklore. They represented wealth, trade, and elite power. In fact, turkeys played such a huge role in their culture that rulers would even place the word for turkeys in their royal nickname. I can see where they're coming from. I'm sure I am jacked. Hello? Monterey Claire Pomme de Terre, Jack speaking. Oh, really? Well, you're certain? I was just given word that I was talking about the wrong turkey. But all is good because I was just quizzing. Yes. Of course I know Turkey is a place. Anyway, I guess you could say I'm jacked about that fact.
I don't know if you're like in the wrong episode or something, but I never said turkey. I mean, the only correlation that your fact has with my video is that they were all in the West. Anyways, as I was saying before, the Norte Chico civilization, the strange thing about this civilization is that they had no surviving artwork, or it's more like they couldn't find anything. Instead, we see them highly prioritize architecture. We can see them from things they made such as pyramids, mounds, and platforms. The pyramids were usually a rectangle shape, and the largest pyramid they made reached 100 feet and spanned 4 football fields in width. We see that these plazas were usually made for religious ceremonies as well as centers to congregate. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching our video, and if you want to see more videos like this, please check out our channel, subscribe, share, and like.